Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're listening. Welcome to another episode of Podcast Pundits. I'm Drayman. I'll be your host for today. We'll be going through the Euros, just briefly touching on it. Just kicked off only a few days back, but we'll go through it. But before we go into the first game, the England game, we'll go around the room, see who's with us today. Telestrada.
Yeah, Lestrada, that's the name. The free agent. What are you saying, Dre?
Are you a free agent with a country as well, Della, or are you England as well?
I like England to win it, yeah.
Cool. But no other, you don't support any other countries.
No. I personally think it's childish, yeah, that most people live in the UK, they support English team, but they don't want England to win the tournament. I understand why you want another country over England to win it, but hey ho.
Who's that? You say most people?
Yeah, a lot of people say I want France, I want Germany. Like, yo, why would you not want the country that you're living in to win it?
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but maybe they're sick of it, man. It can happen.
But they'll support Man United, they'll support Arsenal.
Maybe the country's on them dirty, bruv.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on, Marley Ma.
Yep, Marley Ma here, Man United supporter. England for the how many weeks? What 5 weeks?
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
Sport for the 4 weeks, supporting my boy Mainu. Hopefully gets to start in the next game, along with my boy Eze. Hold tight the gang, Eagles as well.
What are you saying? Have you put that top?
Oh no, not yet. I went to the gift shop the other day though, just around the corner, just see if they had it. They didn't have my size, so I'll be going back.
That's
back together. Bet 8.
Yes,
like
yeah. I was gonna say some. I've had a blank.
Yeah, begins with Castor. Is it Castor? Is that one? Castor?
Yeah, they're not big brands, but the kit looks crazy.
Yeah, it's not anything familiar. It's not like an Adidas or anything like that. It's one that's let me double check. I don't remember who it is actually. Anyway, yeah, we're out here, B.
Yeah, and then last but not least, Strives.
Yo, man, it's your boy Striver or Strives, however you want to refer to me. Out here representing England. Was representing Nigeria, but I fired them after that loss to Benin. And obviously an Arsenal representative as well whenever it gets brought back up. We here.
Fair. You obviously can find us on all the usual platforms, podcast.pundits, podcast pundits _ on YouTube, on SoundCloud, on Apple, Spotify. Find us everywhere. But only be fair to go straight into it with England's first game where they beat Serbia 1-0. For me, I think I'll put it to everyone in the group. First things first, was it a bit weird that Trent started in the middle of the park? I think that was the main talking point from Southgate's selections.
No, it's not weird yet because a lot of people have been calling for it. Southgate finally gave in, and I always knew the experiment was going to fail, and it failed.
But why did it fail though? Was it
because he's not a midfielder?
He's not a midfielder.
It's as simple as that.
He's not a midfielder. He's not a midfielder.
What people seem to think it's because someone's good at doing a particular, or they got a skill set. They think they can just literally transfer that player and put them in a certain position and say, you execute the same thing you've been doing before. It's like when Vincent Kompany was at Man City and Mark Hughes was the manager. The Kompany was bought as a defender, but because he was good on the ball, Mark Hughes put him as a DM.
No, he used to be a DM actually.
No, I know, but
But to be fair, we all pissed to play DM. Everyone played somewhere like further up when they were younger, and then as you get older or as you move up higher levels, you kind of get pushed further back depending on the quality around you in it. So
yeah, but that's okay. But Trent, okay, he started off as a midfielder. He never made it as a midfielder. He made it as a right back.
Yeah, no, but that's I'm supporting your point. Like, as in, I think when Marley Marl just said Kompany was a DM, like everyone's got a story. Like Marley Marl was a striker. Like when he came to Belmont, he told me he was a striker, innit? But I was like, yo, buddy, get your ass back. Get your ass.
No, it's because I was equally good as a centre back and a right back. That's what it was, guys.
Yeah, but what I find concerning is that managers or people that in football, they can't see the basic things or things that are very, very simple.
It's frustrating.
There's a very big difference playing as a right back and playing as a CM. the amount of space that you need to the amount of spatial awareness that you need to play in centre midfield is very different playing as a right back. And there's difference in terms of you arriving into the midfield as a right back or starting in midfield. In that game, he just looked lost. He didn't know when to sit, when to run.
True.
Like he was in a double pivot, and every single time he was literally right next to Rice.
Yeah.
And it was like,
I think to your question, Dre, it's more surprising. It's surprising because, like, obviously for Trent to get into that midfield, he's obviously taken away the other midfielders that are like I guess the best in the nation in that position, and Trent hasn't played there enough to be considered like of the level to displace those players from their position. It was a strange choice to start your first game in international competition with Trent there when you have Mainu, who's just off the back of the FA Cup final, getting man of the match. Wharton, who's off the back of the previous like 10, 15 games of like falling out. And even Conor Gallagher, who actually finished the season well with Chelsea. It just felt, I don't know, like those decisions always feel a little bit rude to me. It's almost like when Defoe got left out of the was it the World Cup or the European World Cup for Theo Walcott? That's just rude, bruv. Like why are you experimenting with my slot? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I would be livid on the bench. I'd be livid.
I think we touched on it as well last week, didn't we? That Southgate's almost like left the tinkering like too late. He doesn't want to do these experiments in the friendlies. He just leaves loads of guys on the bench, doesn't even bring them on, doesn't give them no minutes. Then all of a sudden you see someone like Trent in the middle of the park and you're like, hey.
But is it as a case of damned if you do, damned if you don't? Because like Della said, like there was a lot of like calls for this guy to play in the midfield. I think Marley, you said in the group as well when I was doing a brief catch up that you were quite keen to see what he would look like in the midfield.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So it's like now he's done it, and obviously now it's come to pass that he plays right back for Liverpool for a reason. Now everyone's going on like, you know, Southgate is this complete donut for even attempting it. When
but I think he is a donut for doing it because like we were talking about Deschamps earlier and what Miles was saying, that Deschamps doesn't pet to this. He's the manager. He doesn't care what the media says. Look how much time people have been calling for him to play Saliba. He's like, no, I'll play him when I want to play him. You know what I'm saying? Like, be the manager. Don't be influenced by the media. If you know, bear in mind, he's the last tournament he didn't take Trent. Trent wasn't in the squad. So all of a sudden you're taking him and you're playing him in a position that is not his own. And as Mark said, you're in doing that, you're putting him at the expense of others who play and are natural in that position. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I agree,
and especially because you haven't done it any friendly. Okay,
could it make sense though if he was like, if we profiled him in a way where he sets him up to succeed in the midfield, so rather than him having to play like back to goal and with you're
doing it in a tournament.
Exactly.
Well, our France experimenting, our Germany experimenting. No one's experimenting. Why?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing is as well, like you obviously I think a lot of people question like the balance of the team as well, because the fact of the matter is you're only putting Trent in the team because he's an assist guy, like he's good at getting the ball to the front men. But you've also got Bellingham who can provide assists. You've got Saka who does his job in providing assist. You've got Foden as well. You've got so much creativity in the team. You've got Walker, you've got Trippier for doing exactly the same thing. I think it's strange for you for the manager then to like still trying to shoehorn another player to provide assists when you've got so much more cogs in the team that are doing exactly the same thing. And in midfield, it's not great. It's not great. I understand playing Trent in midfield when you've got a lack of options. For Liverpool, people were calling for it a lot when they were having troubles with their midfield. They thought, let's bring Trent in because Conor Bradley was playing well as well, so it kind of made a little bit more sense. But for England, you don't actually need to do it.
Yeah, and to be fair, if Trent was this revolutionary midfielder, then would Liverpool have felt the need to buy 3 or 4 midfielders in the window leading up for the season? So yeah, like I mean, I see why it could be considered weird, but just to provide balance to the situation or to the conversation, should I say, there was a lot of clamoring over the prospect of seeing this guy play in the midfield. So Yeah, man.
I was going to say he lasted 69 minutes.
But is that because
Is that still too long? Like you saw him in one half, like cool, like
I sort of get why he didn't take him off in the first half. Obviously, that will damage confidence. But yeah, but let me ask you guys a question. Would you guys say is Trent a world-class right back?
No.
ooh.
No.
What world-class right back? No, I wouldn't say he's world-class right back.
No, okay, but you rate him highly as a right back though. You just wouldn't put him in the bracket as
Yeah,
world
yeah,
class.
yeah.
Okay, so do you think he has the potential to reach? Do you think he has the capacity to reach the same potential he has right now at right back in midfield?
No.
So why do we care for why are people talking for this guy to play in midfield when he never reached the same capacity he's doing it as a right back?
I think it was more Liverpool fans calling for it. I don't know. I could just be making it up, but I feel like when I think about players or people that were asking for that experiment, it's Liverpool fans or people that have a lot of Liverpool fans around them, like your Marley Miles. Obviously, he's surrounded by Liverpool fans, his family, brethren, or whatnot. I think yes, Liverpool fans' influencers asking for that. From what I can see, like in the football groups that I'm in, they're the ones that seem to have been like really like excited and appeased by the thought of Trent like playing in the midfield kind of thing.
Don't get me wrong. I still think it can work. I just don't think the timing of when he done it just doesn't make sense to me. Being that you haven't tried it massively and you're in an international tournament playing with the best midfielders in Europe, it just feels like a strange place to try it out.
I agree.
That's my only gripe with it, I'd say.
And what
because we've got to remember as well that he had a poor start to Liverpool last season, didn't he? And then he kind of worked his way back in. Yeah. So it is a bit surprising as well to think that he's putting a lot of faith in this guy to start him in the middle of the park when he's probably only had half a good season.
Yeah.
But even there, it doesn't make sense because I guarantee you, if once England get to the quarters or semis, Trent ain't playing in midfield.
No, of course not.
Why don't you play? Why don't you play your best team now so they can
gel?
Gel. So when you get to the latter stage, because England, you're going to qualify from this group. Use that time to play like a Maino. And remember, I said last week because how Maino played in that last friendly, I knew he wasn't going to start. But that's unfair because now you just put another player in that position who you're now going to drop out, and you might now bring in Maino.
Yeah,
but that's my thing. He could. I mean, that's the annoying thing with Southgate. I'd say that from obviously Maino's last performance, like you said, Della, he didn't play too well, but he could have almost tinkered with the formation and just like told Rice, "You sit in front of the back for Maino. You don't go like side by side with him. You push up just that little bit further. Let Rice just do all the clearing up." Obviously, that's what I'm saying. He could have even tinkered it in that way, but he almost like went for the same formation but different clientele.
Yeah.
To see if it worked, and it still didn't work.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he uses Maino actually, because like even like for Manchester United, like towards the tail end of the season, like the way he's been used has been a little bit more attacking wise. So he actually gets into the attack quite often. So I guess initially when he obviously started the season, people thought it was more of a sitting kind of anchor of a midfielder, but I think towards the tail end of the season, he's like shown that he's got some attacking prowess. So yeah, it's interesting to see how Southgate used him because he came on for Bellingham as well, didn't he?
Yeah,
he was obviously playing a little bit more attacking. So yes,
but where do you guys, as United fans, where do you guys think is his best position?
I think he's a box to box.
You think so?
Yeah, he gets he doesn't run around the pitches as aggressively as a Bruno, Bellingham. But he does. No, well, yeah, Bellingham is probably a better choice, but he does get up and down. So it's interesting to see what.
I'd have him more as a 6, to be honest,
or a 6, to be fair.
More of a maestro, more of a controller. That's how I see him.
Yeah,
but where he does seem to contribute with like his moments of brilliance when he gets forward as well. I can see why Marley Marl says that. But in regards to the England midfield, funny enough, I actually think what we've seen from Wharton probably would provide the most balance. Like if you were gonna like bring somebody else in, nothing against Maino. I think Maino is dope in it, but I think in terms of like Wharton probably would provide the most balance in that in that midfield, just in my opinion.
Yeah, no,
But who is Wharton the one that's sitting, or would it be Rice sitting?
I would say
it'd probably
I'll
be more
take it.
Walton, innit?
Yeah, I'd say probably Wharton, Rice can do like the box to box,
Mm.
and then obviously I'd say Bellingham in the Bellingham in the 10.
Mbappe missing sitters, boys. What you know what's mad? I was watching like a compilation clip of Neymar just yesterday, yeah, on YouTube. I'll send it to you guys. I can't lie, yeah. Neymar's underrated. His PSG is underrated, bruv. Because
he was about him in one of my groups, and someone was trying to say that he was a bum for Brazil.
Bruv, he is he was like criminally underrated. Like, obviously, his biggest mistake was obviously leaving Barcelona. That's what I think. But obviously, he went to PSG, and I'm falling from that. He went to PSG, and when I tell you, he's actually the spark. Like at him and Mbappe, he was the guy. I'll send you guys a clip.
Yeah,
it's very cold.
It's funny that you move on to Neymar, obviously, just moving back to England. Who did we think were standout performers for England? Obviously, like Bellingham got the goal. I'd say decent performance by Saka as well, and maybe Gay. Those were probably my three.
Yeah, I'd say standouts. Who got man of the match? Gay? No,
Bellingham.
Oh yeah,
because he got a goal in it.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Gay played very, very well. Very well. I know there's going to be a few clubs linked to him. He's still mad young as well. And I think he was actually linked to United like last season, but for some reason I wouldn't want him to go to us. I don't know.
Why not?
I feel like we'll spoil his career, but he seems like a nice lad.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, answer your question, Jay man. Yeah, Guehi, he's from what I saw. I had it on in the background, but I wasn't paying too much attention. I caught up with it with you. I knew he was going to be chopping it up about it in the podcast. Guehi was my guy. I think Rice played really well. I know.
Yeah, that's true. He was cleaning it up well.
Yeah, I know he doesn't break the lines too well, but I mean, we haven't learned anything new there. We know that that's not the strongest facet of his game, like breaking the lines, like the vertical passing. But in terms of breaking up the play, I think he won possession back the most. I saw some comparable when he was compared to I don't know if other midfielders in group stage games, but yeah, he won back possession like a hell of a lot of time. So yeah, the qualities that lent to him being a good six, I felt like those were on display pretty well. So I think he was one of England's stand-up performers. Saka's always he's a consistent performer for club and country. What I like about Saka is, unlike Phil Foden, he's not somebody that only shines in one particular system. You can I feel like he's got the football IQ to say, all right, bro, here's a different scenario, different set of conditions to what you usually play in, and he can figure it out and still find a way to provide impact. Like for England, he's required to just provide width and impact the game from width coming from outside coming inside. Whereas for Arsenal, he's inside a little bit more, building up the play of Odegaard. So he plays two different kind of roles for club and country, and I like the way that he's able to adapt. I feel like we need to shine a light on Phil Foden's inability to do that, and why we still consider him England's creative players when I swear he's got like 4 goals and 35 appearances, and I don't know what his other contributions are, but I don't want to go off tangent too much. I also feel obviously Bellingham was a good stand-up performer for England.
Good goal as well.
Yeah, it was well taken goal.
That performance wasn't a performance of a number 10. It was a performance of a number 8.
Yeah, he had a bit of
all action, box to box. That's Bellingham. He doesn't need to be in that. He doesn't need to be in that 10. That's what I think a lot of people are saying.
Yeah.
That midfield with Rice breaking up play, Bellingham breaking up play, then running with the ball, giving it to linking up with Phil Foden, Harry Kane there, Saka on the right, Gordon, or maybe no.
But for the season Bellingham's had though as a number 10, has he? Is there an argument to say that he's earned it? Like, because why are we trying to shoehorn? And I know it's rude to maybe say this, but why are we shoehorning Bellingham into the 10? When you got Bellingham now, who's done it for Real Madrid, and for England.
City.
Yeah, but he ain't done it for England.
No, but how often has he played as a number 10 for England?
How often has he played? No,
Exactly. So that's
hear
the
you.
point I'm trying to say. So, and it's not as if Bellingham has never played as a number 8. That's what he was doing at Dortmund. So he can play there. Just because he's had one very, very, very good season, which I must admit, at Real Madrid as a 10, doesn't mean for England. And people need to forget, he plays in that position and he's got the likes of Cruz and Modric behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He plays in number 10 for England and he's got Declan Rice, which I like Declan Rice, but we know, sometimes his inability to play forward passes, or potentially before it was Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
You can't play in the number 10 in that position. You know?
Who are you talking about? Bellingham or Foden?
No, I'm saying Bellingham.
Bellingham. Okay.
So when people say he does it for Real Madrid, okay, just because he does it for Real Madrid, the clientele is completely different.
Yeah, for real.
But in England, he can't do it. Not to say he can't do it, because he ain't going to get the ball in the position that he needs to get it for when he's at Real Madrid. Play him deeper so he can be all action, because that's what he wants to be. That's what he's good.
No, but it kind for Bellingham, I think it worked for Bellingham, because it's like he's almost got like that Wayne Rooney kind of tenacious, like I'm just going to get everywhere, I'm going to put my body on the line type.
But you can do that as a number 8. That's what I'm saying. You can do box to box as a number 8. You don't need to be the 10. So then let Phil Foden be in the 10.
But that's I think Foden, like, because my opinion is I'll just drop Foden at this point.
I agree. I'll drop him, but what I'm going to say is like, to get balance in that team, or even put Palmer there.
Palmer's probably a better option, because what I would say is that Foden has obviously had chances in number 10 for England already, and but him in the England in kit doesn't seem to work. And I started to think, I actually started to think today, like how many players succeed? How many Pep players succeed outside of playing under Pep's system? Like currently, I couldn't think of any.
Currently. Rodri,
but
Cancelo,
Bernardo Silva probably, but then like the main one, the KDB.
Yeah. But I know what you mean. The main ones you're trying to say, the main focal players.
But they will do well outside of.
Do they though? Like, KDB stinks for Belgium.
Yeah, but Belgium stink. Full stop.
Yeah, they're not good at all.
Haaland did well for Norway.
Yeah.
But they're never in any. That's because they're Norway, but they're never in any.
Was it Rodri for Spain? He's all right.
Well,
yeah.
I think everyone does well.
Well in comparison to their like Man City like ratings, and I don't know. It's just
the team's different, isn't it?
The team is different. But I guess to my point, I was just wondering like how many players can shine outside of a Pep system.
When you deep it, just feel Foden.
Yeah, maybe.
So
bare people say he's world class, but I could be world class, but then my man can't even shine at the lower level international stage, bro. Like you're on the international stage, lower level, Serbia, your Iceland, you're not shining there, but then you're quick to call him world class. Yeah, he's got the major honors, what have you not? But you see me, like, I think when the question about is Trent world class, that Della asked, I just think this world class tag is just banded around too freely anyway. I've always kind of felt that. But as much as I don't, I wouldn't give Saka the world class tag yet, even though he's performing at an elite level. But I still feel like to get that Infinity Stone, you probably need a major honor. You need to be able to say you pushed your team to a major honor. So I'm cool when people say Saka's not world class yet, but it gets my back up when those same people will shout how world-class Phil Foden is. But then you watch him for England and you're just left wanting, bro. You're left, you're left like desiring.
A lot to be desired for England.
A lot to be desired, bro. It's not good enough, bro. It's just not good enough. And then there's just bare excuses made for him. Oh, Trippier takes too many touches because he has to get the ball onto his stronger foot because he's playing on his weaker side. He's not overlapping this and that. Now it's, Bellingham he's crash bang wallop, and he's so busy, he's going at 8, let's accommodate Foden. All this for this Foden guy who's not done anything for England.
But the thing is, even in that game, I was going to say, he didn't get subbed. That's why I was a bit baffled by that.
That's why I think, because Saka got
subbed. I didn't know you didn't.
No,
because Saka got subbed because he I think he's coming out from injury or something like that. I personally think because he ain't going to play the next game.
You need to drop him.
Yeah, because he played 90 minutes. Like, I don't.
I mean, it would make sense, and it would. I haven't
So
been impressed with
what-
Southgate so far, but he like obviously the tournament is a long tournament. He could impress us by just doing the right things off the back of these performances. Like it's like if brothers like Foden are at the team off the back of this performance, then you'd be like, all right, then this guy knows kind of he's not incompetent as incompetent as people think he is. Let's hope.
If you drop Foden and Trent,
I was going to say, but okay, if he drops them two, then who you guys bringing in?
I'll put Gordon or Eze on the left.
Yeah, I'll go Eze.
Yeah.
Eze for me still.
Yeah, maybe Eze because I think Denmark. Did you watch the Denmark game against Slovenia?
Yeah, I watched the highlights.
Hoyland
was moving stinky again, man.
Who? Hoyland. Yeah. I don't know if Denmark will play a low block. If they play the low block, then yeah, you play Eze. If they're going to give you the freedom of the country, then yeah, you play Gordon. You can go behind.
And then what about in terms of Trent? Would you Maino slot back in straight away, or would you someone else go in there above him?
I'll put Maino because he's played once with Declan Rice. Just playing there again, you know what I'm saying? That'd be your two midfielders. But I think it might have been Gallagher.
Yeah, I would go Wharton and Eze. But the thing is, I wouldn't drop Trent though. You know, I would probably Trent. I'd put him right back.
Yeah.
Put him right back
instead of Walker.
Yeah, instead of Walker. And Walker played well as well. He didn't play well. He didn't play well, but he did enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was okay. But I'd give him a go at right back.
That's the sort of game because you're probably going to have a lot of the ball against Serbia.
Yeah.
You don't, not to underestimate Serbia, but you can play Trent as a right back and say, you know what, you can help with the creativity from that position. And Walker, when we get to the latter stages when we're playing the likes of France, so you can go back to back with Mbappe.
Yeah.
You're there.
Yeah, makes sense.
He's got the ingredients to do to make whatever cake he wants to make.
Yeah.
Every day he's just making whatever he's doing.
Making the same stale, moldy freaking croutons, bruv.
Yeah. But it ain't Southgate's fault that like because some of the play was like what I did catch was just like terribly subpar. Like
it was.
It started off well.
Yeah, I was gonna say the first 35 minutes. After that, I think it was dead.
Yeah, literally, it's as soon as we scored. But so this is where Southgate's getting criticism for the talk on the street sides. The moment we score, it's like he goes into Jose Mourinho mode and just wants to preserve his lead, and he just becomes this defensive tactician and literally stifles the team from playing. And then that's where he's getting the blame for your Fodens. And some people are even criticizing Kane, which I think was kind of harsh. I think
that was harsh.
Yeah, I think that's kind of harsh because I mean,
what did he hit the post or something? If I remember.
Yeah, and it was a brilliant save.
Or the keeper saved it. Yeah,
it was a brilliant save from the keeper, bro. Like brilliant save. Like if that goes in, no one's criticizes Kane.
But you know what's interesting? I've heard Jules speak, and I listened to another podcast today. And it was a Liverpool fan. They were on Kane.
Okay.
But they didn't say nothing about Trent. But Kane is probably playing that same position, the role he played, because of a Trent. Because everyone says Trent's anyone that can do a forward pass, right?
Yeah.
Kane, you don't need to drop deep.
Yeah.
Trent will find you. What did Trent do? But no one's saying anything about Trent. It's all Harry Kane.
Yeah.
They make me sick.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. There was nothing really wrong with Kane's performance. I think the criticism that's been levied on him is that he wasn't winning all his duels. But I mean, it's fair. It's fair. He was playing against a brick houses basically, bruv. So kind of makes sense. And he did have his chance. And as a striker, you know what I mean. You kind of only want. But if they score a goal in a game, bruv, they've done their job somewhat, innit? He did have a chance. And also, you probably wouldn't want to see. Would anyone want to see Watkins come into that? Like, would Watkins be any better than what Kane did?
These people, Watkins.
You know what though? The reason why they're probably calling for him is because I feel like in that game, people felt if you're going to play Trent in the middle, then it's the off the ball kind of movement striker that probably fits
strives.
Best.
The thing is, Trent did play in the middle, and who stopped him from playing the forward pass? What are you going to say? Because there was no runners.
Yeah, but essentially, he might be thinking. Essentially, that's the talk, though. Because remember, like the talk that I'm hearing is obviously Kane against like these sturdy centre backs, pace and power. he's aging. That's not really his game now. Like, so to get the best out of Kane now, he drops a little bit deeper. He's a bit of a clever footballer. And then he does still crash the box and stuff like that. But he's not that off the shoulder, off the ball, times he's run, pay. So there was options where you might get that. Tony might do it a little bit better. Watkins definitely would do it a little bit better. So not saying they're better strikers than Kane, but for that element of if it's that kind of football that you're after, people are saying that those strikers may have been better suited, and you may have encouraged Trent, for example, to maybe hit those passes.
But so every single pass Trent does, it must be an over the top ball. He can't just do ball to feet.
You know what I asked? Yeah, I've said this. So funny enough, like before this game, I was speaking to some Liverpool fans, and I said, "Look, I'm not no trolling or anything like that, but you man watch Trent more than I do because you support Liverpool. What's this guy's short range passing like? What's he like? How was he like when he picks up the ball in like tight spaces? Can he pick it up on a half turn? What's he like? Because obviously I'm used to watching." You know, I've been spoiled. I'm watching Arsenal early guard taxi. You know what I mean? Look, so what's my boy saying? And they were like, you know what? Like, they're not too sure still, but they assume that obviously he'd be competent at doing so. And obviously, to piggyback off what you're saying, they're like, maybe that's not really. Maybe it's okay. Maybe that is what he's there for, like to do the long passes. So it might seem like we're laughing about it, but. Bro, there's still a world where you can make use of his strongest assets.
Right
back. But no, even in the middle, bro. Like you can maybe have him sitting deeper. You can maybe have him.
But you have to be competent to do the role.
Yeah, there was one particular moment in the game where man was doing tiki taka with his shin and his thigh, bro. I was. Bro, the next thing you know, he's running towards his goal, bro. I was like, what?
I saw that one still. I was like, oh boy. Oh, buddy.
yeah. Bless him, bro. Bless him. But yeah, I mean, I would like to think the experiment is done, bro. Like
that.
Bro, come on, man. Come on, man.
It's friendly.
You know what I mean, bro? We're going to get to the business end of this tournament real quick, bro. Like, you can't be experimenting, bro.
When you see the likes of Germany with Cruz, just pick it. Bro, just because Cruz doesn't have people, it's not easy, you know.
Yeah.
And we know Trent has got the range, but you need to create that space for yourself to be able to do that range.
Yeah.
Midfield, but in midfield, you've got a DM on you, you've got a striker on you, you've got. Bro, there's a lot of things you need to be thinking about.
Yeah.
At right back, but you got all the time in the world, man.
To be fair, that the way Germany played in that middle, that is probably how Southgate envisioned the England midfield to be working. To be fair, I think that's what he envisioned.
Nah.
I don't know if that's what he envisioned, but that's what I would have envisioned. You know, like Trent playing a Cruz kind of role, like if he's going to be in the middle.
Okay, I get your point. Maybe, but Trent's not Cruz.
That's the idea of it is just like, yeah, man, this has to work. His ability to spray the ball like is so good that this has to work, bro. But obviously, I guess you kind of disregard that the qualities that are required to actually be a really, really good midfielder. And
Okay, cool. I think we summed up everything in that England game because like for me, I don't think Serbia caused us hardly any problems, even though it was kind of a dead game overall. I think, to be honest, I'm probably glad England had Serbia because it was almost like a friendly warm up for me for England.
I think people need to be respectful though, man. Because look,
sorry,
that's just to teams in general. Because we just seen Slovakia beat Belgium, bro.
Yeah.
Was it Slovenia?
But I think even Della said.
Was it Slovenia?
Slovenia. Yeah. I think even Della said though
about respect, and then I get the team wrong, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say, bro. But even Della said before, like he thought Belgium would stink it up anyway. So I think we need to not refer to Belgium because.
Okay, but what I wanted to the point I was about to land was like we played shit, but we got the points.
Nah, exactly.
We could have played shit and done a Belgium in it. So.
That's true.
This is what I think people have been here before in it. They've seen England do this, and there's nothing wrong about it. Portugal won the Euros whenever they did without winning a single game. So
yeah,
it's possible to just focus on just the result and not the performance. But
for real,
but you just see them playing the likes of Germany, France.
Yeah, when it gets to real competition, isn't it?
Yeah, history has shown that whenever they come up against a decent country, they lose.
So we got Denmark next. So what we thinking?
I think England will win, but it'll be difficult.
England will win that. Well, it's not going to score anything, bro.
Boy, don't count on it, bro. Like it might come back to haunt you.
I'm saying Saka assist. I'm saying Saka assist or goal.
So what? 1-0, 2-0?
I say 2-1.
I just know Saka's going to contribute. I think Saka's going to be our star of the tournament.
Yeah, he should be though, man. He should be one of our main stars anyway. Like in this competition, like stand out. Like
he usually is, but he just never gets the ratings for it, doesn't he?
I think people are being so rude and disrespectful. How can someone get player of the what was his awards? He voted England's best player for two years in a row. And everyone's like, "No, he can't. He shouldn't start."
It's mad. It's mad.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I agree. But moving away from England, I was gonna say, was there any real like standout games for you guys? Because obviously, I'll just go through. Obviously, the beginning game we had Germany like slap Scotland 5-1.
And they look
Slap them.
So fluid, bro.
I was gonna say, bro, your boy Havertz, bro, he was looking calm, bro, in that game.
Bro, listen, Ballon d'Or nomination could be pending, bro. Hey, don't let him.
You're going too far, bro.
Brother. Look, if Germany win the Euros, bro.
You're being serious.
If they win it, Cruz will get it, bro. Not Havertz.
Bro, this guy's all of a sudden is transformed into a crazy centre forward to the point that we let Sesko sign a new deal for some next for his current team, bro. Like,
man.
I'm just saying,
Cruz, if Germany won it, Cruz would actually be a worthy recipient of it.
Well, you say is a sympathy one, though.
Yeah, he's retiring, isn't it? Yeah, but Champions League, and then Euros. It would make sense.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think
won it for less.
Huh?
I think Jorginho won it for less.
Yeah, Jorginho.
Yeah, he did.
They only won the Champions League.
Yes.
The Euros.
Yeah, well, Jorginho's won the thingy, bro. That's not.
I was going to say, even because obviously Germany are on like home soil, are they going to be like just ruthless, just going out there to like just try and? Because that, like, for me, it was funny because I think when it got to half time, it was 3-0, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was 3-0. Yeah. So and then I was like, oh, they're going to take their foot off the pedal. And then another guy at my work was like, nah, man, Germany are just too cold. You watch, they're just going to go for more, and they did.
Bro, man, my boy Tierney had a tough day out at the office.
Bro, I think you know what was mad? I think it was in the first like 3 or 4 minutes. You know when you just like could tell Germany were going to give Scotland some good work, yeah. And then they must have cleared the ball, or the ball went off like one of the German players, and the defenders were celebrating. I think it was Robertson with another defender. Then I was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
What formation did Scotland play? They play 5 at the back, innit?
Yeah, it was.
And usually when you play 5 at the back, it's meant to be pretty tight.
Yeah, 5-4-1 they play, innit?
Bro, they just did that formation for vibes, man, because there's no way they were just getting open just like that.
Yeah, it's mad, bro.
You know what though? The Scottish fans though, man, they're a good sport. I swear they were cheering like no bad business when they got their consolation goal.
Oh,
yeah.
You're not singing anymore.
Yeah, I think you know what, man. Good on you, man. Enjoy yourself, man.
Yeah.
Scotland they might as well just play for vibes, man. They might as well play Rush keeper and everything, bro. Man.
Honestly, people that go to tournaments knowing that their team are going to get battered, bro. They must be really good people in life, bro.
Wow, honestly, happy
people, bro. Yeah, content, bro.
For real. And then obviously, moving away from that game, you had Italy win 2-1, but then Albania scored like within what was it, like 20 odd seconds, something like that.
It was mad quick, innit? Yeah. The other really good game was obviously the Spain game, innit?
Oh yeah, the 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. Yeah,
again. I think we were talking with Della like before the pod about the penalty and about the goal that Croatia tried to score, and then it wasn't. Yeah, it was a yellow card and instead of a red card, and it was a penalty, but it didn't really look like a penalty.
Yeah,
but that was a bit of a weird one for me.
Rodri and Man City things, isn't it? You know what I mean? But they're Their arm, bruv, their arm of control and authority, bruv, stretches into European tournaments as well, clearly, bruv. Man City are different. Man City are different, bruv.
Oh God.
But how about Yamal, bruv? Gee,
Yeah,
please,
for
bruv.
real.
And like Lamine, bruv, repping the 304, hold tight.
For real. That's crazy.
That guy's been 16 forever, man.
Bruv, he's been 16 for a hot minute. Did he make his debut at 15 then? He must have.
I don't
Sure,
know.
He was
When you
15.
put in the group like, yo, right, he's only 16. I'm like, I swear he's been 16 for 2 years now, man.
Yeah,
I feel like he's been kicking ball for ages, bro. Like if he's that young, man, he's performing at this level.
Yeah.
He definitely
Let me check.
a problem, man.
And it's weird. It's like, bruv, obviously you watch him playing, you think, God damn it, what was I doing at 16, bruv? I was, bruv,
Yeah, it's mad.
bruv, trying to get into college, bruv, and thing, bruv. Was it college or uni? Was it uni at that time?
No, college.
College,
innit?
bro,
College,
before
yeah.
uni.
Some people are
Discuss
just I say unnaturally, is that the right thing? Maybe,
Natural.
yeah. Like I was gonna say like abnormally gifted, like you know, like when you're just gifted with just like you can see certain things with people like or children, and you're like, yeah, something's different with you, and he must have just had that, you know, like even sometimes you might even have family members, like but these would be my niece, my brother's little girl. Sometimes she talks, and I'll be like, oh, Dazer, man. But then I'm listening to her, and I'm like, no, she's not a Dazer. I'm the day, like she's just mad smart. And I'm like, bro, like you're free, like where you pick that up from?
Do you know?
What you
what
said?
do you know what it is though? I feel like a lot of these like really really gifted kids from young, they seem to be usually one consistent that they've grown up in like not poverty, but like they've struggled in some sense. So they haven't had the resources to concentrate on a lot of different things. So they're focused on one thing that they might have available to them, and they're just dedicated to that. And evidently, bruv, it yields results, bruv.
Yeah,
You know
because his family moved him at 7, bro, to go to Barca. Yeah, so that's commitment, bruv.
That reminds me of I see one skit one time where one guy was basically saying like everyone that ain't got their father's present, they're the ones that shining, like.
In fact, me.
Yeah. And then his dad comes home going, "Hey son," and the guy's like, "Fuck you, man, what you with?"
Oh my God,
it's such a dumb skit, man. It had me cracking up, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy that you think that if he is that age, what's that GCSEs is like, yeah, later guys, I'm just going to the Euros.
Yeah, imagine.
Obviously, this is a sticky moment. Is obviously his career where obviously he's getting some kind of notoriety. He's still young, but he's still got a lot of growing to do. And we've all been that age, bro. This is when we want to act up, bro, and be the big man on canvas.
Yeah, for real. The only other game I can think of is the Netherlands game. It was 2-1 against Poland. Had a good we had our boy Marley Mar Weghorst. Goal. Yeah.
Clutch records.
Bro, he scored, bro, after 2 minutes. This is what he does, bro. Listen, Weghorst won a trophy with us, bro. He won a European, European trophy, bro. Carling Cup, bro. So yeah, hold tight yourself, B. Never be forgotten.
I was gonna say what standout performers there as well. I think I was looking at like Simmons.
Yes, Simmons. I need to watch him properly.
He's really good, man. He's really good.
I'm feeling this guy, man. I think, and I think obviously like Van Dijk as well. Solid performance for Netherlands. Gakpo played not too bad.
Gakpo played all right. Depay played very Depay.
He played like Depay, bro. That's what he does.
You know what he's gonna get with that guy, bro. That guy.
Bro, what's with the hairband? I was gonna ask.
Bro, he thinks he's Allen Iverson, bro. he thinks he's playing American sports, bro. But that's his swag, man. I guess some people like some players. Well, not even some. Like we know this, and some players like they kind of have to feel a certain way to play their game, kind of thing. And Depay looks like one of them guys that if he's not feeling himself, bro, he's not gonna have a good game, bro.
Bro, I can't lie. When I saw him with that headband, bro, I was just waiting for him to like pick up the ball, start bouncing it, and just try to do a 3-pointer.
Do alley-oop, bro.
Bro. But yeah.
Well, you know what? Again, it's like, I don't know why I just keep having random flashbacks. But why is that giving me memories? I remember when Nihai used to roll up to college with that headband on. hey, Nihai used to crack me up. I was like, Mom, why are you rocking that sweatband, bro?
Bro, It's just because, people wanted to be like American, didn't they, bro? When you were like 16, bro.
I had my do-rag, but I didn't wear it to college though. That's a fable. That's a fable that I don't know why it followed me. I never wore my do-rag to college.
I saw you.
I didn't wear
green and white one.
Thank you. That's the biggest fraud.
Is that right?
No?
Bro,
right?
I had a green and white New Era cap, and then I don't know if it was Joey.
Green and white bandana underneath it, bruv.
Brother, you are mad. Do they even sell such a thing, bro? How did I find a customized green and white do-rag?
Oh, bro. That's real color coordination, bro. For college.
I'm telling you, bro. And then for some reason, that stupid lie followed me all the way through to uni, bro. I'm like, bro, I never ever did this, bro.
Bro, listen, when we all make it to the pearly gates, bro, I'm gonna ask for.
Yeah, we need a highlight reel.
I need the VHSs.
Yeah, for real.
We need a highlight reel, man. We need to get this cleared up, bro.
I think the only last game I can really touch on, Chris, briefly, was Switzerland. Obviously, won 3-1, but they played Hungary, so I don't know if you can really take much from that game, to be honest.
What's that player?
Embolo.
Yeah, Mbola came. I think apparently he played for like 2 years or something like that.
He hasn't played.
Yeah. So,
oh, really? Is that?
I heard about that. Yeah, because I was making a big deal because he came on and scored.
There was that Merkez guy as well, innit? He was quite good.
Yeah, he's at Monaco in Bolo. Yeah, he's like, certain teams have like a poster boy for their club for the nation, but Mbolo's the Switzerland correspondent for me, bro.
Yeah, I missed quite a bit of football, so I got bare highlights to catch up on still. So when you man are reading off these scores, I'm thinking like, cool, I've definitely got some homework to do in terms of what I missed over the weekend. But I caught some of the games today though.
Go on.
Okay, I see Romania was slapping belters today, bro. They were slapping some screamers. They gave Ukraine that Holy Ghost squeeze the toast kind of work, bro. Zinni wasn't offering much still. Obviously, when you're watching these games, you're slightly doing like player watch for your clubs. Mudryk was just who Mudryk was reminding me of. Who was it that posted that was talking about Vinny's first season for Real Madrid? Who was that? I feel it was one of our groups. I feel like I saw that.
Yeah, was it OP?
Oh, it might have been Oaks, yeah, bruv. So yeah, I feel like Mudryk's playing like that, bruv. Like when Benzema was basically telling man not to pass to Vinny, bruv. Mudryk, I don't know if he's gonna like have some sort of Indian summer and just come good, or bruv, if this guy is just really a fraud and we just really we caught a good fly there.
You did.
Scary as well. What was something about scouting? Like, how can the scout go to whoever and say, you know what, this guy, he's worth he spent 100 mils?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's I think that's a case of because Arsenal obviously like get close to getting that deal done as well. I think Chelsea were just doing an obnoxious Chelsea thing. Is I'm gonna blow everyone out of the water type shit, and obviously they held the. You lot are lucky.
I think we are, man. I think we are.
Pepe, and then him straight soon after, bro. That could have been the end of our title.
Yeah, for real. Really could have, bro.
It wasn't Arteta that signed Pepe though.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. To be fair,
it wasn't. But I was gonna say though, in terms of do you think this transfer market, like in terms of the Prem, do you think people are going to be a bit more? How can I say? If they're going to try and basically not pay as much money as people used to in the past, like for transfers.
They're gonna have to because of this PSR, you know what I mean? The profit sustainability rules, I think, whatever it's called. That financial fair play. Yeah, everyone's gonna have to box clever.
Yeah. So in terms of when they go for their first choice, if it's too much, just walk away and just go for second and third choices.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think we're gonna see a lot of that kind of stuff. In my opinion, you're gonna see a lot of people boxing clever in the market. Because agents and players are being smart now, isn't it? Like look at Sesko used all clubs that were interested to just drive himself a better deal for his current club.
His agent.
His agent did well there still.
His agent. I mean, fair play to him. He wants to develop at his club, rather than maybe potentially play second fiddle elsewhere. So whatever, but I question his ambition though still.
I think that was
I think it was a right move, man.
Why is Mbappe getting booked?
rather than go to like an
Yeah.
Arsenal or something.
He didn't go off the pitch.
Yeah, I think so, man. Like one more season to just develop, bro. Because you know like how it is sometimes with players, they come to the Prem, it's just a bit too overwhelming.
Yeah.
I think sometimes players can be rushed. So I'm a firm believer if he can play consistently, where is he? It's RB, isn't it? Leipzig, isn't it? Yeah. So if he can play consistently there, I think he will do 1 year of like new wages, bro. And then come summer next year, bro, he'll probably be ready to move if his numbers speak for themselves again.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could be right there. That Dragusin guy, Spurs, said about he looked decent for Romania.
Yeah.
Today. Yeah. And then what other games did I catch today? What's the other
And obviously, what Belgium in it? They're just
Yeah.
woeful.
Yeah, I mean,
They had chances,
Lukaku was
though.
Lukaku.
Yeah, they had chances. Was it 2 offsides? Goals.
Yeah,
2 offside
Lukaku-
goals.
yeah.
VAR.
Yeah, Lukaku had 2 goals ruled out. He had bare sitters that he was missing, but he's one of them guys though. Like he does seem to find himself in those positions. Something has to be said for that. That's got to be some sort of quality that can still be useful to a team, but it's still like so frustrating to watch and kind of that's nasty.
Bro, someone did it. Someone did a thingy like with 4 photos of 4 different clubs of where he puts his hands on his head like that and where he just misses sitters.
Yeah,
Bro, it's embarrassing, bro. Like, how can you do that at every club you go to?
But it's mad though because
there's
you still feel like you're gonna like he could still win. Like bro, like that the second offside that got ruled out. I thought it was harsh, bro. Like I think Openda.
The
second
it was a handball.
No, yeah. Oh, the handball. Sorry.
Yeah.
It wasn't offside. So yeah, handball. Because I was just gonna. Hey, Openda got penalized. He's holding the he's tussling with the defender, trying to get the better of him, trying to get ahead of him. So he's holding him off. The ball's kind of bounced off. I personally don't feel like that's an unnatural position. I don't feel like that gave him any advantage, in my opinion.
Harsh.
Yeah, I thought it was mad harsh. Great ball from him. He just got introduced. Great cutback. The finish from Lukaku was sublime, bro. The finish was sublime, and then the goal got chalked off. So now he's got no goals to his game, and now all that's gonna happen, he's just gonna get trolled for all the chances he missed and how nuts he looked.
And he's still a Chelsea player, right?
Yeah, he's a Chelsea player, but I think Napoli's interested in him. He's most likely gonna stay in Italy.
That would make sense for him.
Hopefully,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think so.
Cool. Yeah, so there's a lot more games to go anyway. I think it's hard to kind of tell where the Euros is going to go from the first few games. Obviously, we had the sad news as well. Kevin Campbell passed, young age of 54. Legend for you, Stripes, at Arsenal with Righty.
Yeah, Arsenal legend. So yeah, it's always sad to any football player, young and any young person.
Yeah, because that Millwall keeper as well, prime example.
Yeah, exactly, man. So it's always sad to hear news like that, man. Like so young. So yeah, condolences to him and his family and everyone that he's behind. Obviously, man, I saw all the tributes from all the like Arsenal players, Arsenal club ex-players and stuff like that. Yeah, that was nice to see. So yeah, from all of us at Podcast Pundits, we also extend our condolences to
Defo, man. You know the sad thing about it for me, I think like obviously when a young player dies unexpected, it's crazy. But then like even someone like Kevin Campbell, they said, oh, he had an illness. Bro, like you don't even have a chance to understand that this guy's not well. It's just like he had an illness, he's passed. And I don't know whether they just keep it private. I don't know. This is the way they do their business now, but it is crazy.
It was private, innit? Because I guess he's obviously not footballing at the minute. Most of it, I think Ray Parler, a few of them said that they knew he was ill and they thought he was getting better a couple of weeks ago, and so it was a bit of a shock. So his friends and family knew. We obviously we wouldn't know because that's none of our business until obviously, unfortunately.
Does anyone know what the illness was?
No.
Nah, this been kind of kept quiet, which is crazy. But rest in peace, Kevin.
Yeah.
And then, before we wrap up this segment, I think we'll just do our usual back pages, where it's just I think a player that stand out, or it'll probably be a national team that stand out in the tournament so far in the Euros. So if I start with you, Della.
I will give mine to Ericsson. Was it the World Cup or the Euros where he had that fatal incident where he almost
World Cup.
World Cup? Yeah, to be back in the The next
No, I mean,
competition.
it must have been the Euros, right?
Euros.
Was
Yeah,
it
'cause
Euros?
yeah, because obviously he went to Brentford, then he came to us. So
No, it doesn't mean it was the Euros.
because it wasn't 2 years ago would have been the World Cup, though, right? So 4 years ago would have been the
Oh.
World Cup. I'm sure it was the World Cup. I'm sure it was the World Cup.
Yeah, I
Okay.
said World Cup. I said
Oh,
World
no,
Cup.
I thought I had the Euros. Sorry, my fault.
Oh no,
No,
whichever
no,
one
it's
it was.
World Cup.
Whichever one it was, obviously.
Sorry, no Euros. No, sorry, I beg pardon. Yeah, Euros.
Oh, you think it was Euros?
Yeah, Euros 2020 then, wouldn't it? Because it wouldn't have been 2 years ago.
I don't know.
Because he took
I have to check that day.
he took a break. He took a break, obviously. Then he went to Brentford. Now he's been at Man United for what, 2 seasons or so?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been Euros 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, Euro 2020. You're right.
Okay, so
Just
that happened in
double-checked.
Euros 2020, and then Euro
Mm.
2024, he arrived back again with his country and he scored their first goal.
Mm,
Yeah, give it to him.
yeah, fitting. Molly Moore.
I'm gonna go for Yamin. No surprise there. Yeah, fantastic game for Spain. I think if he scored, he would have been the youngest goal scorer in Euros history, I believe.
Wow.
I think that records can still be claimed if he scores in the next game. So yeah, man, hold tight yourself in a 3 or 4 crew. Done though.
Yeah, for real. Stripes.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna give mine to the guy that scored Romania's first goal, the early contender for goal of the tournament. I think his name is Nicolae Stanciu. Forgive me if I butchered the pronunciation, but yeah, man, I'm gonna give my back pages to him for that great goal and helping Romania secure that impressive victory over Ukraine.
My bad page. I was going to give it to Jude, but then everyone would just gun me. So I was like, actually, just gave it to Morata because this guy's still scoring at 31, and yeah, it's just crazy. I didn't even know this guy was still kicking ball. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I didn't know, man, until I saw him score. I was like, whoa! But he's captain of Spain, leading by example. Who knows, man? He could be lifting the Euros.
Oh my days, bro.
What's happened?
I just see that as well. That's it as well.
That was Giroud, bro. So reliable, beat. Oh, lordy, lord.
Was Giroud scored?
Bro, he's trying to dig up the turf, bro, with his foot, bro. Jesus.
It was like think about when Ozil should have had like those assists, the assist records, bro, and he was laying up Giroud, bro. It was reminiscent of that. Giroud
was he banging it over or just completely missing it?
No, I think he fluffed it. I think he just kind of missed it. I think he must have. Did he miss kick it?
It looked like he missed kick.
Problem with Giroud, you know he's going to score like at least one goal during this tournament, man.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, no, he's quality. He's a quality player, man. But yeah, that was mad to watch.
All right, cool. That's our first episode since the start of the Euros. Many more to come, but we'll be back same time, same place next week. We out.
Sweet, man.